Welcome back. It's Wednesday. I'm Lashana Guy, and this is Good News Only, the show where we celebrate the stories that uplift and inspire us all. Every weekday at 10:30 a.m. and then again at 1 p.m., we are recapping the Good News Only, the feel-good headlines, the community and the local wins that bring a little more light to your day. And I want to hear from you too. So if something good is happening in your world, a personal victory, a community success, a birthday, or just something that made you smile, email me at news25 at week.com. And be sure to put Hey Shauna, that's SHAUNA, in the subject line so I know it's for me. I would love to share your good news right here on the show. So today's show is full of good news as always. Thank you for everybody who tuned in yesterday to our 100th episode. It was a good time. And the response that I received from you guys on social media was so sweet. So thank you to everyone who congratulated on us or congratulated us for 100 shows. So I think, shall we read some of your comments? I think we should. I like to always acknowledge your comments on social media and include everybody. It's just so that we can have continue our dialogue as a Good News Only family, right? So it was a fun time. We had cake. The cake was pretty good, but I'm supposed to be on a diet. So I had very little of it, but we had a really good time. So here are some comments. So Taylor Moss, you all know Tay, that's your niece Tay, my baby. She says, "Happy 100, mommy." I appreciate Tay. Thank you. CB says, "Love this. Congrats, Shauna." Donna Herndon. Remember when I was telling you guys about the close family friend that had boys, and so she wanted to do prom for my sister and I? That's her. So she is the sweetest. She's always been an aunt to me, and I just love that she is still continuing to follow me in my life and be in our lives to this day. Thank you, Donna. Tamisha Neal, a friend of mine, says, "Awesome, congratulations, and happy birthday, Tamisha." Tamisha just had a birthday this weekend. I think she went to Atlanta to celebrate. Hope you had a great time, but happy birthday to her. Tiffany Austin says, "Congratulations." Phyllis Marks says, "Congratulations." Kristen Fields says, "Congratulations, 25 News, Good News Only, and sister." Kristen is my sister. I think you yesterday, if you remember, I was telling you about the note my niece Talent left me, thanking me for being in her life. That's her mother. And I guess I should note, I'm always a little bit protective of my family and friends, so I try not to share too much of their identities. Phyllis Marks is my mom. I don't want her to be jealous or feel left out because I didn't acknowledge that right before acknowledging Kristen. So she says she watched, and she works at night. She's a nurse. So she said she watched. She loves a good nap, but she stayed up to watch the show. So thank you, Chris. And then a friend of the show, Tia McClain. Remember Tia when she came to the show to talk about Thyroid Awareness Month and the importance of taking care of your thyroid and getting your thyroid checked, as well as her campaign Taylor Strong in memory of her late daughter who passed away of thyroid disease. So Tia is continuing to follow us, and she says congratulations. And Leanne Clayton, whom is a breast cancer survivor, and I did a interview with her, and I think you will enjoy it. So we'll get that out to you soon, and you'll be able to meet Leanne Clayton, who is also a friend of the show. So that is some. And Wanda Dane says congratulations, and I'm proud of you. So thank you to everybody who tuned in, who commented, and who just sent us positive energy. It's always a good thing when other people are able to celebrate with you. So thank you all once again for doing that. When we come back from the break, we have lots of good news. We're going to be talking about the American Red Cross and what you can do to help with blood donations. We're going to be talking about the possibility of food options, more food options here in Peoria. All that good news and more after the break. Welcome back to more Good News Only. So, the American Red Cross is encouraging Illinois residents to give the gift of life this March by donating blood or platelets. Several donation opportunities are being held across the region, including a blood drive this couple mornings ago. Sorry, not this morning. But they did have a blood drive 2 mornings. No, it was yesterday morning at Limestone Community High School. So that was good. The another opportunity is coming up this coming Friday at Normal Community High School from 8:30 a.m. until 2:30 p.m. So you want to keep your eye out and your calendars marked for that. Donors should bring 2 forms of identification when they check in. As an added incentive, anyone who donates during the month of March will receive a $15 Amazon gift card. A full list of blood drive times and information on how to schedule an appointment is available on our website. I always like to try and give blood. I think I've only been successful one time, maybe 2 times, but one time for sure, 2 max, and that's because my iron is always low. Like, my goodness, if you know how to work around that one, because every time they check, it's I go in there to donate, ready to do it, ready to go, and they check everything and they say my iron is too low, and I'm like, what else do you want me to do? I mean, there's blood in there, but I guess it's got to be iron rich. If you know a workaround, what should I eat right before I go? How many days in advance should I eat it? Any of you Red Cross people, any of you blood people, let me know, because I would like to give blood. I remember being a kid, I couldn't wait to be able to donate blood. And I've only been able to do it one time in my entire lifetime, and that was years ago. Years ago. I don't even think I had a child then. I would like to give blood, but every time I go, my iron is too low. What can I do? News25wek.com. Make sure you put Hey Shauna, that's SHAUNA, in the subject line, and you can follow me on 25 News Good News Only on Facebook. 25 News Good News Only. Send me a message, comment on the video, let me know what I can do to boost my iron, bring it up to acceptable levels for blood donation. I would love to donate. Everybody else, if you are able to donate, I would encourage you to go to our website and look at the donations, the drive times, and other information on when you can donate blood. And don't forget that this Friday at Normal Community High School from 8:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. is your next opportunity to donate. And it looks like we have somebody in here. Somebody's always back here. Remember, we used to be back in the back, and we would be just free
I'll just make sure
and
everything
safe
is
from
okay.
all visitors.
Who makes sure all your stuff is working? Stop it.
Oh, and that was on live streaming internet television on the World Wide Web. You all saw it. Okay? All over. All over Beyonce's internet. A new study
101. That's all we got.
on
101.
the 101st. So he must think he has me locked in here, because he got me to 100 episodes nice and kind. And he waits to the 101st. My word. So we're going to move on to cooking. If he would leave our space. Oh, no. We're not going to move on to cooking. First, I want to tell you about the possibility of food trucks coming to downtown, or more food trucks coming to downtown Peoria. So City Council is considering allowing 3 to 5 vendors to operate at a time near the courthouse on Hamilton and Northeast Adams Street. Leaders are also discussing removing current street food vendor fees, which is still more than $3,000 despite reductions since the pandemic. Now, that's a lot. That's a lot. City officials say lowering costs could help small businesses get started and encourage more activity downtown. Absolutely, because I love a good food truck, and my daughter loves a good food truck even more, and my sister loves a good food truck. She likes to try new things. I am okay with trying new things as long as it's the kind of food that I eat, just a different recipe, you know? Either way, I love a good food truck. I like to be able to go and try new foods, prepare, or, just the same foods I like, but prepared in different ways and just somebody else's take on something. I love a good small business, a good food truck with like food that you can't just go out to any chain restaurant and get that. And I love just the novelty of being able to hop from place to place and get small bites. So I think this would be a great thing, especially in spring and summer. So hopefully they are able to get this started. And I do agree it would be good for downtown. The assistant city manager says the city hopes to restore the vibrant street food scene that was seen before the pandemic. Now, I wasn't here before the pandemic, so I don't know what the street food scene was like here. But I would definitely love to see that happen now that I am here. Peoria City Council is expected to vote on the proposals during, they did vote on the proposals during last night's meeting, so we will see what the outcome of that is. When I get an update, I will be sure to bring that to you as well. But that's so cool. That would be so, it would just be refreshing to have different foods and know what time and when they're going to be there consistently and where. You know what I'm saying? I really think that'd be great. So, speaking of cooking, we're going to talk about Stone Age cooks. So, a new study suggests creative cooking dates all the way back like thousands of years, long before modern celebrity chefs. So, researchers analyzed burnt food remnants found in ancient pottery dating back as far as 8,000 years ago. So the findings reveal that Stone Age Europeans combined ingredients like roots, fruits, and berries in their meals. Now, did they have to combine them on purpose to make a recipe, or is that all they had to eat, is my question. All those thousands of years ago, I mean, it's not like they had, anyway, I don't know. Who knows? But this is what they were doing in their pots and pans, and they were burning it too. So previous research mostly focuses on fatty residue that shows what meats people cooked. This new analysis gives scientists a clear look at plant-based ingredients used in ancient recipes, and researchers also found that cooking styles and ingredients combinations varied by region. That makes sense, showing early cultures had unique tastes and preferences. I mean, that makes complete and total sense, but I wonder what they were like, what kind of recipes they were making, and why. Because I just, in my mind, I'm like, of course they were combining roots and fruits and berries 8,000 years ago. I mean, it just makes sense to me, but I digress. Speaking of sweet treats, there's a cookie queen in California. So at a California hospital, it's just been filled with comforting smells of fresh cookies for more than 2 decades ago. I'm still stuck on 8,000 years ago, fruits and berries and roots being new. Either way, this is new, but it's just 2 decades old. Volunteer Doreen Friedman, she's known as the Cookie Queen, and she leads a team of baking treats for patients. Visitors and staff at Sharp Colorado Hospital. This is where they are located. The group has been providing free cookies for 24 years as a way to brighten people's days. Volunteers bake as many as 250 cookies each day, so they have got to be good at it. The cookies are offered in the main lobby and delivered throughout the hospital. Organizers say the goal is simple, and that's to create a warmer, more welcoming environment for everyone inside the hospital. And for me, I don't know about you, but my homemade cookies rarely turn out the way that I would like them to. Like, they turn out, you can eat them. But just like finding that perfect balance of like chewy, fluffy, but a little crispy on the edges. For some reason, that's a little bit difficult for me. But after doing 250 cookies each day, I would imagine that they have this down to a science and they're happy to do it, which I think I've told you before here on the show. Some advice my aunt gave me years ago was that you have to be in a good mood when you cook. If you're in a good mood when you cook, especially when you do baked goods, your food, whatever you're cooking, turns out better. Like it tastes better, and it reaches the souls of the people you are feeding, just in a different way. It's about the spirit that you're in when it happens. And these people, for especially for her to be called the Cookie Queen, she definitely, this whole team must really enjoy what they do because the cookies look perfect and the guests look very satisfied and very comforted. This is a great thing to do. They're doing it, looks like, seems like, in the right spirit. So thank you to them. And I want to show you this. I thought this was interesting. This is, oh, after the break, we're going to talk about this. This is a World Spinning Championship. Never knew such thing ever existed. We'll talk about that and more after the break.
Hi, my name is Liz. I'm a reporter with 25 News. I'm looking to speak to someone that can give me more information about the new emergency alert system. Okay. Yeah. 25 News. Yeah, just someone to do a quick interview about it. Yeah. Okay. 309-824-5483. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I know, you have to write this thing. Apparently I got something wrong on the groundwater chlorine.
No, I was coming back to remind you, I need you to write that.
I know. Sorry.
You're good.
Welcome back to More Good News Only. So, listen, the World Spinning Championship took place over the weekend, and I just thought you might like to know about it. So, sign spinning may look like a simple job on street corners, but for some, it's a competitive sport. So, you know how, like, people advertise for businesses and they hold the signs outside the business? I didn't realize that that was a thing outside of a job, but apparently it is a sport. The 19th, in fact, the 19th annual worldwide sign spinning championship took place in Las Vegas over this past weekend. Competitors from dozens of U.S. cities and several international locations showed off their skills. Can you believe that? Judges evaluated the contestants on technical ability, execution. Like, what's the technical ability? Like, how being able to still hold on to it with your fingertips, because the way it would slip out of my hands, I would definitely not even be accepted as a contestant. But they definitely have skills. Look at that. I mean, to be able to flip and hold that sign at the same time, that's, yep. I would think you have to have long enough arms, especially for a sign that size. And I definitely wouldn't make it. My aunt says I have T-Rex arms, so I wouldn't make it. But they are doing a great job. So they also judge them on overall style while spinning the advertising signs. I mean, this is a whole thing, a whole entire thing down in front of the whiskey liquor up and down. That was an interesting look. Whiskey liquor up and down shop in Las Vegas. Interesting, interesting, interesting. So organizers describe the competition as the ultimate mix of sports and advertising. While this year's prize wasn't released, last year's champion took home $5,000. Wow. And I wonder if they train for this like all year, like how long they have to train for it. But they mean business when they're doing it. And the people who are watching mean business right along with them. So congratulations to whoever the winner is. And good job finding something you love to do. That's what life is all about, right? So speaking of what life is all about and what you love to do, JFK Jr., there was a lookalike contest in his name. The legacy of John F. Kennedy Jr. is back in the spotlight thanks to a new Hulu series titled Love Story. Have you guys seen this? I've seen like the previews and stuff on social media, and it looks like it's great. Now, finding the time and the attention span to sit down and watch it has been a whole other thing. The show explores Kennedy's life and relationships, including his marriage to Carolyn Bessette before their deaths in a 1999 plane crash. Inspired by the renewed interest, a Washington, D.C. bar hosted a lookalike contest over the weekend, and contestants took to the stage to see who most closely resembled the late Kennedy. Organizers say similar competitions are popular around the country, and they wanted to bring the idea to D.C. When the votes were counted, Matthew Orgera was named the winner, and he says he often has been told he looks like Kennedy. Congratulations to him. We'll have more good news after the break. Welcome back to Good News Only. Well, that's a wrap for me. Now, I want to hear from you. Please go to news25wek.com and let me know what you thought about today's show. In the meantime, be sure to check out the Midday Newscast and meet me back here today at 1 p.m. for more Good News Only. I'm LaShawna Guy for 25 News. Have a wonderful morning.